Caitlyn Clark, the electrifying Indiana Fever guard, has taken the WNBA by storm as the top vote-getter and host for the 2025 All-Star Game. In just her second season, Clark earned the prestigious role of team captain, joining Aaliyah Wilson as the only players to achieve this honor in their first 2 years under the league's new format. Averaging an unprecedented 18 points and 8 assists per game, Clark has set a statistical benchmark no other player has reached even once. Her combination of scoring and playmaking has redefined what's possible on the court, making her a generational talent. Clark didn't just win the fan vote, she obliterated WNBA history with 29 million All-Star votes, surpassing the combined total of the top 30 vote-getters in 2023, 1.17 million. To put that in perspective, Aaliyah Wilson led the 2023 voting with 95,160 votes, a number Clark dwarfed by a factor of 13. Fresh off a groin injury that sidelined her for weeks, Clark's triumphant return to the ESPN stage for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft was a moment of pure celebration. But what she did during the draft was so bold, so unprecedented, it rewrote the script for the entire league. Are you ready to hear how Clark made history again? If you're hyped for her comeback, comment CC record breaker and let's dive in. Out west, Minnesota Lynx star Napheesa Collier steps into her first captaincy with confidence. A 5-time All-Star in 6 seasons, the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, and ESPN Bet's favorite to win MVP, Collier is a force. With 1 million fan votes, she trailed Clark closely, setting the stage for an epic Team Clark versus Team Collier showdown. The voting was so tight that Aaliyah Boston, Clark's Fever teammate, came within 2,000 votes of overtaking Collier for captaincy. A Team Clark versus Team Boston matchup would have been a Fever fan's dream, but instead, we're treated to a clash of titans between Clark and Collier, each bringing their unique flair to the draft. Clark's won. 29 million votes weren't just a record, they were a cultural earthquake. Since the WNBA's inception in 1997, no player has driven fan engagement like this. Clark transformed a league often overlooked by mainstream audiences into appointment television. New fans flooded the voting process, with parents and kids bonding over ballots and social media buzzing with Clark highlight reels. Her absence during her injury only amplified her impact. Fans voted like their lives depended on it, proving she's not just a star, but a movement. This surge in popularity has brought unprecedented attention to the WNBA, filling arenas and boosting TV ratings. Clark's influence extends beyond stats, making her the needle mover the league has long needed. The ESPN Draft Show sets the stage for a virtual face-off between Clark and Collier. Everyone expects a standard draft, where captains pick players based on talent and fit. Clark, however, has other plans. When asked about her strategy, she flashes a grin and says, "I'm going on vibes. My team's gonna be fun, especially in front of the Indianapolis crowd." The Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the Fever's home court, will be electric, giving Clark a near home game advantage in what's typically a neutral all-star event. Collier, meanwhile, reveals her plan to lean on her UConn Husky girls for chemistry, hinting at a draft focused on familiarity and cohesion. The draft begins, and Clark wastes no time making a statement. Her first pick is Aaliyah Boston, her Fever teammate and a 3-time All-Star who's been a rock for Clark since her rookie season. Boston, one of only 9 players in WNBA history to earn All-Star nods in each of their first 3 seasons, brings unmatched chemistry. This choice sends a clear message. Clark values loyalty and the bonds forged through tough games and long practices. The Indianapolis crowd erupts at the mention of Boston, knowing their Fever duo will shine on the All-Star stage. Then comes the first shock. With her third pick, Clark selects Aaliyah Wilson, the reigning MVP who dominated Clark in several head-to-head matchups this season. Many thought Clark deserved the MVP, but Wilson's on-court brilliance was undeniable. By picking Wilson, Clark shows she can separate rivalry from respect, prioritizing talent to build a winning team. Wilson, a 3-time All-Star captain herself, adds a dominant interior presence to Team Clark, complementing Clark's perimeter wizardry. But the real bombshell drops mid-draft. Clark, with a mischievous glint, announces, "I don't know if this is in the rules, and I don't really care, but I'm trading coaches. Sandy Brondello, come on over." In a move that stuns the WNBA and ESPN alike, Clark trades her assigned coach Cheryl Reeve for Collier's coach Sandy Brondello of the New York Liberty. This is no ordinary trade. It's the first time a coach has been swapped in All-Star history. The league and network scramble to approve this unprecedented decision, with producers likely panicking behind the scenes. Reeve, now coaching Team Collier, is the same coach who left Clark off the 2024 Team USA Olympic roster and publicly criticized the media frenzy around her. Clark's move is a masterclass in strategy and a subtle jab at past slights. Collier responds with playful bravado. "Bad move, Caitlyn. Now we've got Cheryl, and our chemistry's gonna crush you. We're taking you down." The draft room crackles with energy as the coach trade shifts the entire dynamic. Clark secures Brondello, who led the Liberty to a championship and knows how to maximize a fast-paced, shooting-heavy roster. Reeve, meanwhile, brings her defensive expertise to Collier's squad, setting up a fascinating clash of coaching philosophies. The trade isn't just a gimmick. It's Clark flexing her influence, proving she's not just a player, but a game-changer who reshapes the league's biggest stage. Behind this spectacle lies a deeper tension. While fans crowned Clark with 29 million votes, WNBA players ranked her only the 9th best guard in the league. Stars like Aaliyah Gray, no. 1. Sabrina Ionescu, no. 2. Paige Buchers, number 4. Natasha Howard and Brittany Sykes all placed higher. Yet the broader player community seems to downplay her elite status, possibly due to jealousy, politics, or a desire to protect veteran hierarchies. This ranking snub, juxtaposed with her record-breaking votes, creates an elephant in the room the WNBA can't ignore. The player rankings spark heated debates online. Fans point to Clark's stats, 18 points, 8 assists, and a knack for highlight reel plays, as proof she's top tier. Critics among players may resent the spotlight she commands, with some arguing her style prioritizes flash over substance. This divide hints at underlying tensions within the league. Clark's massive popularity brings new revenue and attention, yet some players seem reluctant to embrace her as the face of the WNBA. One anonymous player's comment, leaked on social media, captures the sentiment. "She's great, but the hype's too much. There are veterans who've been doing this longer." Clark, aware of the rankings, channels the skepticism into motivation, using the All-Star stage to prove her worth. Clark's team is a strategic masterpiece. Beyond Boston and Wilson, she drafts Sabrina Ionescu and Satu Sabali for perimeter shooting and versatility, and Kelsey Mitchell, another Fever teammate, for speed and scoring. Reserves like Gabby Williams, Jackie Young, and rookie Aria Finn add athleticism and depth. Clark's roster is built to run, shoot, and dominate in transition, perfectly suited to Brondello's up-tempo system. Collier counters with Brianna Stewart, leveraging their UConn connection, and Aaliyah Gray, the player's top-ranked guard. Collier's team emphasizes defense and championship experience, setting up a battle of contrasting styles. The Indianapolis setting amplifies the stakes. Gainbridge Fieldhouse, packed with fans who broke voting records for Clark, will feel like a Fever home game. Every assist, every three-pointer, every steal will ignite the crowd, giving Clark a psychological edge. This All-Star game isn't just entertainment. It's Clark's chance to silence the 9th place ranking and cement her status as the WNBA's alpha. Brondello's coaching, paired with Clark's playmaking and Wilson's dominance, could overwhelm Collier's squad. Meanwhile, Reeves' presence on the opposing bench adds a layer of personal stakes. Clark's snub from Team USA still stings, and this game is her shot at redemption. The coach trade's ripple effects extend beyond the game. By orchestrating this move, Clark showcased her leadership and willingness to challenge norms. She didn't just accept the status quo, she rewrote it, proving she's not just a star, but a power broker. The trade also exposed the WNBA's flexibility, or lack thereof, in handling bold innovations. ESPN's scramble to approve the trade highlights how Clark's influence pushes the league into uncharted territory. Social media lit up with reactions, from fans chanting, "CC record breaker," to analysts debating whether the trade gave Clark a strategic edge or backfired by galvanizing Collier's team. Looking ahead, this All-Star game could define Clark's 2025 season and the Fever's championship aspirations. A dominant performance would quiet doubters and solidify her as the league's cornerstone. The Fever, with Clark, Boston, and Mitchell, have the pieces for a deep playoff run, and a statement in Indianapolis could set the tone. The WNBA, buoyed by Clark's popularity, is seeing record viewership and sponsorships, but the player ranking controversy suggests internal challenges. As the league negotiates its next CBA, Clark's absence from those talks, despite her massive influence, could spark tough questions. Owners might ask, "Where's Caitlyn Clark?" as players grapple with her outsized impact. Clark's 29 million votes and audacious coach trade prove she's not just the WNBA's most popular player, she's its most transformative. The 2025 All-Star Game is her stage to reshape the league's future, backed by a roaring home crowd and a roster built for greatness. The question isn't whether Clark will keep breaking records, it's how many barriers she'll shatter next. Comment CC Record Breaker, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay locked in for what's next.